Hello, you beautiful, beautiful people. It's your friendly neighbor Welfare once again. I hope you guys are having a lovely day. And now we will be continuing the next 50 stages of the Zygarde Escalation Battle from stages 201 all the way through stage 250. Alright, so as you guys can see here, we actually have initial disruption of 3 rocks and 3 barriers. So if you guys actually recall, the previous 25 non-boss stages that we did is pretty much the same disruption pattern. You can get those 3 barriers and 3 rocks summoned on the top two rolls, on the center 2 rolls, or even on the bottom 2 rolls. And later on you'll get summons of Gloomy and Zygarde 50%. So you can actually play around with whatever team that you want to bring here. You don't really need to bring a Rock Break Plus Pokemon such as Walrein here. You can actually sub him with other stronger Pokemon such as Dragonite, for example. And you can actually bring either Goodra or Gloomy. It depends on maybe who you would like to train up. Gloomy can actually help with getting free combos with the disruption Gloomy itself. And Goodra will just be there to actually just remove any summon Gloomy onto the stage itself. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can just play around with this team, but it's pretty much within that spectrum, I guess. And if you're going to bring a full dragon team of, let's say, Dragonite, Zygarde 50% and Goodra or Gloomy, then it might be a better idea to bring, let's say, Mega Gengar with you. Or you can bring another dragon Mega such as Mega Latias for the mobile players, or you can even bring Mega Latios for the 3DS players. So yeah, you got a lot of options here to just play around the team. And now we actually encountered a pretty early angry Zygarde on stage 203. So if I were to win that, it will actually propel me to stage 208. So as you can see, some free combos there with the Zygarde 50%, so that's pretty useful. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it, really. It's pretty much the same disruption pattern, pretty much the same deal as the previous 25 non-boss stages from stage 176 all the way to stage 199. And yeah, that's really much it. Like I say, you don't really need to bring a Rock Break Plus Pokemon. The rocks can be easily handled, so actually it just depends on who you want to train up. I personally would like to actually try to max out Walrein and Zygarde 50% within these escalation stages itself. And alright, so we succeeded with that, so beating that will propel me all the way to stage 208. But I will do a slight jump cut to 209 because soon after this we will be encountering another angry Zygarde. And so feel free to leave in your comments how your runs are going, how you actually escape some boss stages, or how you escape some stages with this new angry Zygarde feature. It's actually nice to see some players actually sharing your team layouts, or when you encounter angry Zygarde and how many bosses you actually managed to skip, which I think is a new feature that more players I think should appreciate, since it's actually there for you guys. And it's a good opportunity to actually save up on coins, and yeah, so you can actually be more cost effective of doing other things instead. So alright, so pretty much the same old same. Just trying to get your Mega up and running as soon as possible and just clear the stage as it is. So really not that much to it, honestly. It can get pretty mundane because it will be almost like 50 stages of the same repetitive disruption pattern, but I'm sure you guys can handle it. And if you guys want to know anything or want to inquire about any advice or any help, just feel free to leave in the comments. The reason why I haven't uploaded any boss videos yet is because I'm actually grinding up levels on the mobile version before I attempt boss stages. So yeah, I think it'll be a better representation of what or at least how I tackle the different boss stages, let's say on the mobile version itself. Alright, so now we actually got another angry Zygarde. So yeah, pretty common here as well, all these angry Zygarde, so pretty happy with that. If I were to win this, he'll prepare me to stage 215. And yeah, honestly, I'm just using the same team just to train up the levels. Yeah, that's about it. Just praying that we can encounter more angry Zygardes here. And just finish up the end, just wanting to get this next 25 non-boss stages here done and dusted as soon as possible, get our reward, and then we can tackle the next 24 non-boss stages before the boss on stage 250. So yeah, honestly, it's not much different really, honestly. Might even sound like a broken record, but honestly, that's the case really. Maybe I can show you guys certain strategies in trying to, how would I say, trying to properly plan out your angry Zygardes, and hopefully that you guys can actually escape the boss battle. So my strategy at least actually before, or at least when I am about to encounter a boss stage, is that hopefully I'm actually able to get an angry Zygarde on stage. For example, in this case, hopefully I will be able to get angry Zygarde on stage 243 or 244. Reason it being is that I know that my average encounter rate with angry Zygardes is roughly between 3 to 4 hearts. So if I were to encounter one, let's say on stage 243 or stage 244, I may encounter another angry Zygarde, let's say on stage 246 or stage 247. And if you actually were to get an angry Zygarde on stage 247, that would mean you will get a definite 100% guarantee of actually skipping the boss stage as well. So like I say, if you actually were to if you actually were to encounter an angry Zygarde 3 stages before the boss stage itself, it is automatically just go past the boss stage, just do it itemless and collect your candy. Simple as that. So I personally prefer to at least hopefully see an angry Zygarde 3 stages or 4 stages away from the boss battle stage itself, so you guys can actually plan backwards what you might feel based on how confident that basically trying to predict when your next angry Zygarde will appear based on, I guess, your patterns, how often you actually were to see them, and then planning it out as so yeah, that's pretty much my take on trying to actually plan out just plan out my way, try to predict different patterns, different consistency patterns, and yeah, hopefully this advice helps out for you guys as well. There is no guarantee set in stone on what makes it angry Zygarde appear or what can actually trigger it. I can only probably just best tell you guys what might be the best way to actually try to plan your way through, and hopefully that you were to encounter angry Zygarde 3 or 4 stages before the boss stage itself. Yeah, I think that will probably be the best advice that I can give to you if you guys are actually really interested in actually escaping boss battles. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we got another angry Zygarde here that we have to try and get rid of as soon as possible. And yeah, it's a pretty Monday. I'm actually pretty exhausted with the same old same old disruption pattern. Yeah. But honestly, I hope you guys are actually having, or at least enjoying, these new escalation battles like I have. you guys can actually potentially save up a lot of coins here if you're going to do the Angry Zygarde route. But if you guys are actually trying to really tackle every single boss stage, it can actually be really tricky, because especially for the final two boss stages on 250 and stage 300, it can almost be like Russian roulette, in the sense that you will definitely need a full item run on these final two boss stages. And even so, if you were to do that, it does not guarantee that you will win the stage itself. Mainly because that once the disruption delay ends on that turn, those boss stages can really disrupt you with a lot of nasty stuff that you honestly want to actually defeat those boss stages as soon as possible before the disruption delay ends. And the other issue is that those bosses will probably have a HP over 20,000. Yes, I'm not kidding, a 20,000 HP. So that's why you probably really need to use the complexity to make it a 3 Pokemon stage, and just hope that you get several 100+ combos with you, which I think does not really factor in too much skill. It factors much more on luck, and that's why hence I actually think it's a bit of a Russian roulette. You just spend coins on a full item one, and you just pray that you can actually just luck out in the roulette that you will succeed. So yeah, I think it might be a better idea to actually try to skip those stages if you could. Alright, so now we got propelled all the way up to 223, but now I'll be fast tracking towards the stage 225, which will be our reward here, which will be a EXP booster large. Alright, so I think we got a fair bit of EXP booster large here, as well as small and medium as well. But pretty much only the EXP booster large is probably the most worthwhile item, I guess, for a little bit of hassle. Yeah. Alright, so this will be the final state of these kinds of disruption patterns. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. It was actually really mundane, and actually pretty tedious, honestly. And actually I really prefer the disruption patterns of the next 24 non-boss stages, which I will show you guys in a bit as well. So yeah, we are almost done with this. As you can see, the summon Zygarde 50% actually really helped with some free combos as well. And with that, stage 225 is defeated, so we are almost halfway there towards stage 250, or at least hoping that we can actually skip past 250. Alright, so as you can see, as I mentioned, we get our EXP booster large right here. Alright, so 75 more stages of the escalation to go. Cannot believe it. Alright, so we actually encountered Angry Zygarde on stage 227. And I'll let you guys actually pretty much see the new kinds of disruption that this Zygarde non-boss will actually summon. Alright, so there's something different. As you can see, his HP seems much lower, as my attacks are doing much more significant damage. But the reason is it is actually compensated with this, I would say, a much tougher disruption. So what you will get is pretty much a column, a two-way column of barriers and rocks and Groomies and even Zygarde 50%. These disruption columns can happen on either column 2 and column 3, or column 4 and column 5. So it can pretty much appear on the left center or on the right center. So what you guys might want to do is you can bring Gumi onto the stage and really hope that there will be some self-activation within the disruption itself when it gets summoned. So it can break some ice, it can get maybe a small combo going to break maybe those topmost barriers right at the top. And to make it much more simpler, and also because the HP is not as high as the previous 25 non-boss stages, you can really bring Gumi if you want to. I will probably recommend it as well. However, if you do not wish to bring Gumi along, there is a certain pattern that you guys can take note, which I will hopefully try to emphasize here. Once this Zygarde starts to summon its disruptions. Alright, so pretty much only after the first 2 turns of doing any combos, those disruptions will come, and it will only be those column disruptions either on the left center or on the right center. Alright, so another way that you actually notice that the gloomy icons in itself are placed, as you guys saw, directly above each other. So if you can bring them down by a notch or 2, maybe when the next wave of disruption comes in, it can actually summon together on itself. Or what you can actually do is, as you can see right here, you can either use a Goodra to actually remove those 3 summon Gumis all the way, or you can try to break out the matches in just underneath them so they will actually fall onto each other. So there are different ways of actually going about this, which I think is pretty interesting. Alright, so we ended on a very nice 21 combo, and 233 stage is actually done and dusted. Alright, so actually we got another angry Zygarde here as well. Alright, so beating this stage will actually propel me all the way up to stage 239. So, alright, so let's continue with these stages then. Yeah, like I said, I really enjoy actually this disruption pattern on these stages, and this might be the last enjoyable non-boss stages before the next tougher 49 non-boss stages arrive from stage 251 all the way to stage 299, whereby that will probably require you to bring a max team if you plan on actually doing it itemless. Alright, so yeah, so what you can do is, let's say, what I want to do is, like, if you know that a non-dragon Pokemon is actually stuck in the barriers, and if you're using Mega Rayquaza for example, you can just make the Mega Rayquaza match and that non-dragon Pokemon will be removed. So as you can see, even Megas can actually really influence how well you can do in these non-boss stages as well. So if you have a fully candied Mega Rayquaza, that can really help you with this stage as well. I can see Mega Gengar doing really well here as well, in terms of letting those Gumis fall above each other vertically, or just removing, or maybe just Mega Gengar removing itself within the barriers itself. And yeah, that's pretty much to it. Yeah, the only annoying thing here is probably the Gumis, I guess. Just the Gumis, and maybe the topmost barriers, and hopefully you guys can actually get Barrier Bash Plus activations as much as possible. Otherwise, you can always bring in a second Barrier Bash Plus Pokemon, so it can work together hand in hand with Zygarde 50%. Alright, so we got another angry Zygarde here. I'm fast forwarding it quite a bit just to show you my angry Zygarde encounters, and this angry Zygarde actually appeared to us on stage 241, and if we were to beat this stage, it will propel us all the way to stage 296. However, if that's the case, it will leave me with a pretty big risk of not encountering angry Zygarde on stage 297, so that is why I actually skipped it. Alright, and fast tracking again, we encounter another Angry Zygarde stage on stage 244, and this will also bring me this will propel me up to stage 248, which would leave me no chance of encountering any more Angry Zygardes before stage 250 itself. Like I mentioned, you will probably, the last chance that you can actually encounter an Angry Zygarde is either 3 or 4 stages before the boss stage itself. And as you can see, third time's the charm, we actually succeeded, so we actually rejected it on stage 241, we rejected it on stage 244, and based on my consistency, I can say a pattern, a very short term pattern, more like an observation. We actually managed to get another Angry Zygarde on stage 247. So like I said, that is probably the best stage where you can definitely get a 100% guarantee boss skip here. So I hope that my advice for trying to manipulate or trying to plan out your Angry Zygarde encounters can actually really help you guys. And yeah, if you guys are actually concerned of wanting to, or if you guys are actually concerned that you might not actually beat this Angry Zygarde stage, you can actually use +5 moves for insurance, and that should be good enough. This Angry Zygarde stage will have the same difficulty as stage 226, so it will be a much easier Zygarde compared to the most recent Zygarde stage that you actually have encountered. Alright, so we got 12 moves left. I really want to win this stage in a nice style, I guess. Finish it off in a bang. So in fact that means that I actually managed to skip stage 50, stage 100, stage 150, stage 200, and now also stage 250. So the only boss stage that I have done is basically stage 180, and yeah, and that was actually pretty much delivered as well, as I mentioned in the previous video. And alright, so that's done and dusted. With 10 moves left, we actually managed to go past the boss stage 250. Alright, and there you see we actually managed to get our race max level. Alright, so really awesome stuff. Alright, so we just have 50 more stages to go, and I cannot wait to get this escalation over and done with. So I hope this helps you guys. Drop a like, drop a subscribe if you want to. Catch you on the next video.